Well, so I'm seriously so excited to have you here that I'm just gonna hop right into it.
Cool, let's go.
What's up, everybody? This is Sound the Groove. We're doing Quarantine Tapes, volume number 5. To kind of explain what's going on, Sound the Groove books concerts nationwide, but we can't really book concerts right now. So we thought this would be a really cool opportunity to introduce you guys to some of the phenomenal people that we work with. And today we have B of Live for Fun, which is Las Vegas fam, a phenomenal band that we've worked with at the Rio Las Vegas. We've booked them at House of Blues Las Vegas. B, how are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm just kind of hanging out. It's a really, really nice day here in Vegas, but this is like the perfect month for weather here, so, you know.
Sick. I just moved here about like a few weeks before the pandemic happened, and everybody's telling me in my neighborhood like enjoy it now. It's about to become like horrifically hot.
Yes. Wait, you're in Vegas now?
Yeah, I just moved here like a few weeks before like everything started shutting down.
Oh, get out. Okay, well that's awesome. So you get it. Yeah, it's gonna get miserable like in probably 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's what everybody's just like, dude, there's a couple weeks of like
Yeah,
perfect weather and then it's gonna be outrageously hot. So
yeah.
I'm ready for it though. You know, I kind of wanted to change, and everybody that I've met out here, you guys included, are just like absolutely just phenomenal energy. So, but
Cool.
rad. So to kind of like share with everybody, so Live for Fun is just this amazing band that we work with here in Las Vegas. Hopefully we'll be able to work with them outside of Vegas once this madness is over.
Oh yeah.
But Live for Fun is just phenomenal energy. Like you guys, just like they're extremely talented, just great group to work with. But on top of that, the best way I could describe it is I've never seen a band have so much fun on stage. Like I've seen great performers, which you guys are. I've worked with great people, which you guys are, but I've never seen a band look like they're just genuinely having just a ball on stage, and that's definitely you.
Thanks.
Um, but yeah, so I guess tell us a bit about where you are right now, and yeah, because we work all over the place. So what are you up to? How are you keeping
Yeah.
yourself busy during quarantine?
So, obviously I'm in Vegas. I'm currently in my house, but just kind of been hanging out, and I don't normally spend this much time at home because other than being in a band, I have two jobs. I'm a hairdresser, and I'm also a singing bartender twice a week. So the salons are opening tomorrow, which is frightening but still really exciting to get back to work. And so I've been playing a lot of video games, Animal Crossing to be specific, but
Rad.
doing that. And I also kind of made like a small side business, I guess, out of making and selling masks and like face coverings and stuff. So I'm like an amateur sewist. And so I kind of just got into that. And that's basically been what's been keeping me waking up in the morning, like getting dressed and then having like a to-do list for the day, like how many can I get out in one day kind of thing. So it's been fun.
Rad. Yeah, routine just really helps right now. Just whether it's getting up and making masks or whatever it may be, it's just fall in the routine and it helps us keep going.
Hmm.
Um, but rad. Have you? I got to ask, do you guys have Life for Fun masks at all yet?
So, okay, that's something that I'm not entirely sure. Believe it or not, I thought about it, of course. I don't really know how to like get into like a printing situation because a lot of this stuff, like, not to get too into background, but a lot of the materials that I had were from a really old sewing company that I had where I made like dog apparel.
Okay.
And so a lot of this stuff was like the leftover and like extra scraps that I could pull together. And I've been like honing in on it a lot more, but I don't know how to get like the Life of Fun logo specifically other than like hand painting it. But that I got shaky hands. We don't want to see any of that.
Rad. Cool, cool. Well, sweet. So yeah, tell us a bit more about you and your band. Like, how long have you been performing? How did Live for Fun become a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, just walk us through it.
So, one of the things is that I was complaining to one of my friends, Alex, who's our guitar player. I was complaining to him about how I want to be in a band. I want to be in a band. All my friends are in bands. And I was just like being a total lame-o about the whole thing. And it was like probably 3:30 in the morning. And we were all a little delusional, pun slightly intended. And he's like, I'll start a band with you right now. Let's write a song right now. And I was like, bet. And he was like, bet. And then,
Rad.
believe it or not, like the song Delusional was born at 5 a.m. on a random day. And then we just kind of kept going, and like we showed our little like demo to Gage and to like a couple of our other friends, and they were like, we want to get involved in this. And so it kind of just sprung that way. And it was super, I don't even want to say impromptu because that sounds like we weren't trying. We were absolutely trying, but we weren't expecting it to happen in the way that it did. And that was probably, I'd say 2.5 years ago now. I think Delusional's coming up to its 3rd birthday pretty soon. So
Rad.
yeah.
Awesome. That's really cool. So yeah. Right on. I did want to ask, how did you guys come up with the band name Live for Fun?
It's an interesting story. It's not interesting to anybody else who's not me, really. But one of my favorite bands and like one of my influences, as a friend of mine would say, my problematic fave, is Brand New. And even though they're kind of canceled now, whatever, they have a song on their Deja Entendu album called Me versus Maradona versus Elvis. And there's one of the lines that says, I will lie awake, lie for fun, and fake the way I hold you. And I just thought that was so cool. And we were leaning also on lowercases and capitals from Quiet Things. But I was like, that's so lowercases and capitals. There's like a lot of, you know?
Right.
So we just we were like, all right, well, let's call it Live for Fun now. And it stuck. It just never changed. So
sick. Cool. I actually have one of your guys' stickers on my laptop. It's my work laptop, and I have like it's dead center, just Live for Fun right in the middle of it, and the cursive and everything.
Love that.
Rad. So I know you kind of mentioned one of your influences, but what are some other influences that you have? Because you, and just for everybody watching, B, when she's performing, she is all over the place, and in the best of ways. Like, she'll hop around, she'll get everybody to start singing with her, and again, the best way to describe it is I've never seen somebody just have so much, just such a genuinely good time on stage. So I imagine you're kind of channeling something, or it's probably very natural to you, but who would you say your influences on performers are?
So on performing, believe it or not, I don't really have anybody that I'm like, I'm going to be like that, you know, but I do like to think back. I mean, I've been in like performance art a lot of my life. I was an opera singer. I was in plays and musicals and things like that. And I always felt like I was so congested, like I have to play this character and I have to be this way. And it was never really me. And I would just always think back to like shows that I'd been to, be rock shows, punk shows, you know, even just performances in general. And I always had the most fun when I felt the energy coming from the people on stage. If I was like, you guys are having fun, like you're enjoying yourself, or like whatever it is, I was like, I'm enjoying myself and I'm getting crazy and I don't feel so weird getting super rowdy in the crowd.
Right.
So I was just like, I want to be that. And so I try my best, basically to like jump around and not throw up.
Right.
You know, I don't really, I don't do any sports or working out or anything like that. So all my cardio and energy goes straight into performance. And you know, I've gotten the feedback from so many other people saying like, I can't stop watching you guys. Like, I love the way you guys just mess around and like jump around and just like you said, just look like we're having fun. And that's just what I like to do. And that's what we all kind of vibe that way. And it works. So as long as we don't mess up, you know what I mean? Like, I don't care if people are hanging upside down from rafters. As long as you're playing the notes right and we're getting the volume out, I'm fine. Do what you want to do.
Right on. Yeah, no, you guys all seem like you're having a great time. I know that when we booked you here, I think it was one of the Rio Las Vegas shows. Actually, one of our booking agents was like, "Hey, who is that band? They're having so much fun!" Like, because we put you guys, of course, on our Instagram story,
Yeah.
And yeah, just you guys are great. And also too, like I've gotta mention it. You were wearing like a Cartoon Network shirt.
Yeah.
So like, and I have this theory that all musicians, like, we're all nerds at heart. So just seeing you rock like the Cartoon Network shirt, and like I think that same show, it was a different band, but someone else had a Pac-Man shirt on. Just everybody I've met here in Vegas has been phenomenal, and you guys are definitely testament to that.
Thanks.
So it's a fun question I've been asking everybody, and I definitely wanted to ask you guys. What would you say is probably like the weirdest thing that has happened to you guys at a show?
Okay, so you obviously, not to reveal the curtain here, but you obviously sent me the questions ahead of time, and I literally racked my brain for probably the whole night. I called Alex and I was like, I can't recall a weird, like specifically weird, I don't know. We've had shows that have been like, I don't want to say sketchy, but like kind of in weird venues. Like there was a warehouse that we went to down here once, and we showed up and the the venue was locked. We had no idea where it was. We were on time too, like maybe 5 minutes early, but like not crazy. Nobody was there. All the lights pretty much on the street were out. And we were like, is the show still on? Are we still doing it? What's happening?
Right.
We tried getting in touch with the person who was running it. We couldn't really get any sort of feedback. So we were all just kind of standing there, like twiddling our thumbs. Nobody else had showed up either. Like no other bands were there. And then another like big van comes up with the trailer on the back, obviously touring band comes through. And they were like, hey, are you guys playing? And we're like, yeah, but we don't know what's going on.
Right.
So it was just this weird, like probably 25, almost maybe 30 minutes of all of us going, so do we leave? Do we stay? We ended up staying. We ended up being the only two bands to play that night, and we played to each other. There was nobody else in the crowd.
Wow. Well, I can't stress enough this was not a Groove show.
No, it absolutely was not. And it was one of those things where they were like, it was kind of like a free show. It was more like you paid to get into the place instead of buying a ticket.
Gotcha.
And so we were like, all right, cool. Like, you know, free show, like easy $5 getting in. Like that's super easy for all of our friends to come down to. In a way, it's kind of lucky that nobody showed up because it was not any sort of, we still gave it 100%. And we also have really cool photos from that show because the warehouse inside was all like graffitied and spray painted and kind of trashed, which looks great in photos, but it is really, really scary. I was like, if I step on a nail, I gotta go to figure out if my is up to date. Like it was nerve wracking, but it was kind of fun. I mean, in the end, we got to make some really, really good friends with Saints of Never After. I have to shout them out. They're from Colorado. They're super awesome, and they were really fun and cool to hang out with. So it worked out.
I'll have to look them up. We're supposed to expand into Denver, so I don't know if they're close to, Colorado is obviously a big state.
Yeah.
I had and just briefly, I had a similar experience back when I used to perform, and this was a long time ago, but I went up to a venue. It was all like locked up, and I mean like big like chains around the door.
Yes.
And like, of course, because the majority of promoters are just nightmares to deal with. I couldn't get a hold of the promoter, like they were nowhere to be found, and I was just standing outside in the rain for an hour, and then they finally showed up, and it was a nightmare. But yeah, I'm glad that Groove definitely does it a lot better than that.
Sure.
But cool. So, I definitely want to ask. So, I mean, we're all in quarantine. Especially Vegas. Like, we're all like, I think they're easing the restrictions this weekend, but we've been basically on a strict unless you're going out and doing something essential.
Food. Yeah.
Yeah, getting food, or I barely found out that we can exercise. But yeah, do you guys have anything that you want to like announce that you guys are going to have coming up and whatnot after the quarantine?
Yeah. So we've been working pretty steadily and pretty heavily on a cover album, actually, because we try to include at least one cover in every show, just because we understand that not a lot of people know our music right away, especially if they're just seeing us for the first time, and we want to be able to kind of hook the newer fans not just with our music, but songs that they can kind of remember us by if they don't remember our music. To be like, oh, like I remember that one band at this show did this super cool cover of whatever song.
Right.
And even though we've had our mishaps, I'm not gonna name them, but we've had our mishaps. We're trying to just kind of like get some familiar jams out to our people that love us and people that are kind of tired of playing the same music. Also, kind of a little bit of leeway for us to kind of get some new songs written. Which there are new songs being written. There will be albums released. Hopefully. We really wanted to get the cover album out during the quarantine, but that's obviously been very hard to do.
Right.
And so we're just trying to work on everything we can, and we're moving steadily. We're moving. So look out for the cover album for sure, and then definitely more songs and possibly a single or two coming out soon. So.
Rad. I'm definitely looking forward to it. And yeah, as far as covers go, you hit the nail on the head. I always tell people, especially when they play like Groove shows, that there's so many different bands and there's so many different people there to see different bands. So if you throw in one cover, you did Stacy's Mom, and I think it was also at the Rio. And just everybody who didn't know Live for Fun yet, obviously you immediately grab their attention.
Yeah.
And the beauty of throwing in a cover song into your set is just rad. Like that, the whole idea is to grab the attention of the people who don't know you yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, so cool. Well, so everybody who's watching, definitely check out Live for Fun. Las Vegas fam here at Sound the Groove. They are absolutely phenomenal. I cannot stress enough. This is my third time saying it. I have never seen a band have so much fun on stage. The entire band is phenomenal. This is B. What we're going to do is we're going to leave this on our story for the next 24 hours. We're also going to post it to our IGTV. We're going to keep it on our YouTube indefinitely. Definitely go check out Live for Fun. We'll put their Instagram in the description. And again, just great band to follow. Definitely check them out. And B, thank you so much for being with me today.
Yeah, John, thanks so much for having me. This was super fun.
Yeah, now that I'm your guys' neighbor, we'll have to, when this is over, we'll all go out and grab a beer or something like that.
Yes,
once
please,
this is
let's
done.
do that. Let's absolutely do that. Or you guys can come down to my bar. I'm a singing bartender. You can come watch me sing and get some drinks.
Yeah, what bar do you sing at?
It's called Don't Tell Mama. It's down
Don't Tell Mama.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, rad. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Right on. So I barely moved here. Everything got shut down. So, like, I still need to see Vegas, really. I don't know anything. Cool. All right, everybody, check out Live for Fun. B, thank you so much for being with me today. And, yeah, we'll see you soon.